I'm going to show you today how to fit this Aero Extreme onto an Aprilia SRMT 50cc scooter. This is the actual exhaust here, as well as all the fitment parts that you need to actually fit the exhaust to the scooter. First thing we need to do before we fit the new exhaust is to remove both the header bolts, which is done with a 10mm ratchet or spanner. The next thing we're going to do is remove both the mounting bolts located on the bracket. Before removing the top mounting bolt, you need to remove both these screws so that when you pull the exhaust off, it can be removed without catching on this. Once you've installed the header pipe and loosely fitted the bolts, the next thing you need to do is loosely fit your assembled bracket. Keeping the header fitting slightly loose means that the pipe has a little bit of slack, which can be stretched up to line the hole correctly on the bracket. Now we just fit the pipe to the bracket. These are the jet kits we recommend for the SRMT 50cc when you're putting just a performance pipe on, with everything else standard. It's a 50 to 72 kit in 6mm. It comes with 10 jets of varying sizes, so you can tune it to the correct size. To tune the carburetor, the first thing we need to do is remove the airbox. Now that we've removed the airbox, we're going to loosen the clamp that holds the carburetor to the intake manifold so that we can remove the carb. We usually use a rag on the transmission cover there to stop fuel spillage inside the carburetor bowl from spilling out onto the scooter. So we're just going to remove the carburetor bowl now so that we can replace the jet. Now that we've removed the bowl, you can see this is your main jet just here. So this is the jet we're going to replace. On a standard 50cc SRMT with the Aero Extreme exhaust, we normally go for around a 62 size jet. So we're just installing the new jet now. You want the jet to be tight, but do not over tighten it. So now we just reinstall the carburetor bowl, making sure we get a nice clean fit, and making sure the rubber O-ring on the bowl is still fitted correctly. The next thing I'm going to do is remove this air restrictor from the standard carburetor. This is just done by popping it out with a screwdriver. Now we're just going to refit the carb by sliding it back into the air intake and refixing the hose clamp. Now we're just going to refit the airbox, reinstalling all the same screws we took out to remove it. Now all we need to do before we're ready for a test ride is remove this bracket so that we can get the vapor recovery system cover back onto its housing. So now all we need to do, put the cover back onto the housing and replace the screws. Okay, now we're ready for a test ride. It's important to note that all scooters are a little bit different. Your bike may need further tuning or jet change depending on the specifics of your scooter.